So you have credit freezes, you have bank runs, you have a dire economy. Actually, economists are now telling 100% that this is all gone, which, okay, I see that. And now Janet, over there at the Treasury, she's saying, you know what? What's a really good idea? You know how we create the bonds? We're thinking about buying them back. That would be like listing something on Amazon and then buying it back. How much you make? Oh, nothing. Well, I got hit with some fees though. And we are currently in a doom loop, which I will show you. And our social elites that puppet this entire thing. This is the exact words, well, from Yahoo. Buckle up, okay? Because then they didn't say this. I said this. Rome is about to burn. Well, because these guys know that we're in a doom loop and we're coming to an end. Now, when I say doom loop, they said it. I'll show you. But if I have to be being a teacher that I am, if you were to pretend these are magnets, this is a horrible analogy. But the IMF and all these people that are in charge of puppeteering everything, they're basically telling you, now, a magnet far away, you're like, oh, it's nothing. But right when you get to the end, right, it clicks. Ooh, wow. Right? I'll do that again. Oh, we're fine. Boom. And that's currently what you're experiencing. You're like, how did this all go bad so fast? Well, the reason is because, ooh, wow. It's this thing, the monetary fund, right? All these people that create debt at this stuff. Here, oh, I hit a little silver. This stuff right here. Woo! It's not money. It's just sheets of paper. Or bonds. That's also sheets of paper. You can't have sheets of paper, debt notes as money. You can in the beginning. But then, that doom loop, it doesn't end well. So this was the exact quote. They're now the Guardians of the Galaxy. Thank you very much. Guardians of the World economy told to buckle up as outlook dims. Yes, you're coming to an end. We are closing this chapter, and now everyone is frantically going, okay, so we're the one who create the debt. We're going to buy it right back, and then we're going to solve this problem. And then I come here telling you that this isn't going to work. It's not going to solve the problem. Janet, what you're doing, this is crazy. These people are very smart, right? 400 PhDs at the Fed. They probably need to wipe each other's butts. They go, how do you do this? I mean, to me, it just seems so logical. And this cat, smart guy, Harvard graduate. I was actually at a conference. I did not speak. I just went to drink. And actually, I don't know if Larry was there or not, but there's something from this article that I really like, and it's bold. That helps me. He says, my strong belief is that I'm trying to communicate a need for why the money is broken. And I say, yes, you cannot have debt as money. That's probably maybe why we have a Constitution of the United States and a Bill of Rights. And it says, you know what? Money can only be gold and silver. Hey, genius idea. And then people like me are like, wow, gold and silver, Bitcoin. Like, these are pretty cool things, but all the elites, all the guys, they're not going to allow it to happen. I mean, I wish they would, but they're not going to. They need complete control. That's why we have a CBDC coming down the pikes, even though they said we're just kind of looking at it. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Now, Janet, right? Now the Treasury's saying we're just kind of looking at creating a bond debt, and then we buy it right back. That's a great idea. I'll get to that. But Larry, he said we're in a debt loop. Within 3 years, well, it could be 1 year. I mean, the way we're going, within 3 years, and 3 years can go by fast, a lot of our debt rolls. Yep. Thanks, Janet. We're at 1.2 trillion more in interest owed annually than we were. And how are you going to pay for that? Oh, I have the solution. They need to issue bonds to finance that. You can't sell more bonds in a market where yields are spiking. It's a doom loop. But Larry does have a solution. I would argue for cash, gold coins, silver coins, and Bitcoin, right? I would too, but it's biased. And that's also fundamentals. See, you go into fundamentals, you're like, this would be great. Yes, but they're not going to allow it. No, but this is real. And I say yes, but they won't allow it, right? You understand? That's kind of, I mean, you even go back, they're like, bring us your gold. That's it. Sorry. And the people were, the sheeple. I mean, the sheeple will do anything. And I just watched a year ago, 2 years ago, where the governments are like all together. Wasn't that crazy how everyone just came together equally saying the same things, right? And all the people were like, yeah, you want me to go inside and hide under the bed for 2 weeks? Okay, I'll do it. And so if I do that, I don't get sick? Yes, you'll do that and you won't get sick. So it's not like in the air or anything? No, you're fine. So I have very little faith. I mean, I do in you because you subscribe to this channel. So maybe you have 2 rocks to rub together. I have 2. And so I rub them really hard and I try to explain to you. Hopefully at maybe a high school level, junior high, 6th grade. And you guys are like, I'm lost. How can money come from nothing and be debt? I don't understand. I get it. Liquidity breaks. Here we go. This is what's going all around the world. England, I mean, they flipped like in a heartbeat. 1 minute they're like, everyone gets money, tax it, like all this. And then everything freezes up and they're like, no, we were going to do QE. Now we're doing QT, or we're doing QT. Now we're doing QE. I mean, whatever. We got to fix this whole bond problem, right? We can't have the bond go down and yields go up. That will just destroy everything. So they just throw everything at the wall and whatever sticks. Yes, that is because once again, it's the debt system that we are in. It starts with the darn bond. Liquidity breaks and credit freezes. Yes, and there's no pristine collateral either. So hey, Janet, go ahead. Go burr, just don't buy it back. That's not going to work. I know I don't have 400 PhDs like you guys do underneath each other, but I'm telling you it will not work. B of A's credit dysfunction indicator breaches the critical zone. So now we are in critical zone. Rome is about, so there's gasoline all over Rome right now. They pooled the whole place. We're just waiting for the match. Oh, and just in case you wanted to know who came up with this, who figured out like, okay, there's all of this gasoline all over Rome. That would be Bank of America. Bank of America strategist. They figured this out 2 weeks ago. And it has to do with a whole lot of charts that I don't want. You see this? See, does that look probably bad to you? The answer is yes. Trying to explain to everyone the charts that people use is like trying to explain VIX. It's a long rabbit hole. So I try to make things very easy. I'm like, you cross that blue line and all hell breaks loose. Well, that would be like 2 years ago. You see the blue way over there where it goes off the screen and the market goes to zero. And then you wake up every morning going like, oh, did it happen? The answer is no. You're probably going to have a pullback. It's going to come back down. It's curling. We're getting pretty darn close to that apex. I'm thinking December. But bravo, how do you know these things? How would you even know? You could watch. Type MACD. Put in a moving average convergence divergence. That was a way too big of a word. Couldn't they just called it, I don't know, Big Mac? You're at the top. So I think, and I said this yesterday, did I not tell you that yesterday? Watch the market start to rip higher, and it's going to throw everyone off the teeter-totter, right? Because I look at charts, things like that. Things cannot stay in overbought or oversold conditions for very long. And then with a flip of a switch, everything will explode, right, to the other side and just catch everyone off. Here we go. Good old Janet. What's going on, Janet? The one who said we'll never have any issues in our lifetime. No collapses, nothing. Everything collapses. So this was the article that just, again, I think most things frighten me, especially when you guys are controlling the world, and maybe you want to destroy it, build it back better. Nah, probably not. This was the story. This is not QE or QT, right? It was when they do it. You know what you're seeing over here? Nah, it's not really what's happening. This is none of those. Why the U.S. Treasury, here we go, the one who issues all the debt, why the U.S. Treasury is just exploring buying back their own debt. And actually, shout out to the ninja. He actually sent this to me when I went over to the Louisiana, right, New Orleans. I said, yeah, I'll drop by on a Friday and fly in, have some drinks with you cats, and then back to work on Saturday. He actually sent me this, and I said, No. Also, for those of you that are like, I want to go to Bourbon Street, I want to go to New Orleans, was not my cup of pee. I say that because I was stepping over a lot of pee and poop. It was terrible. Sorry. Saw a squirrel. So back to Janet. Look at this statement. This is unbelievable. The plan. Oh, we have a plan. Plan to save the world. Just do your CBDC and control it that way. You don't really? They're like, no, we gotta, let's buy, create it and buy it back. The plan, if adopted, please, no, would mark a milestone in the roughly 22.6 trillion U.S. government debt market, the world's largest, by providing a new tool for the Treasury. They actually probably want to get rid of the Fed. It's this fight, long story, to help aid market liquidity. Oh, by removing it. So let me get this right. You create a bond and then someone buys it. You're going to buy it. And then, I don't know, you sell it on eBay, buy it back, but then I sell it back on Amazon. Like I always say, no matter what they do, actually, hold on. Skylar, will you bring that down that one screen with Rome burning, please? I would appreciate that. No, that's the breaking news. That's the screen. Perfect. So even though, okay, you could, and then turn on that other one. There we go. So even though Rome is burning and we have breaking news, okay, you can still make, hey buddy, you can, hold on. Can you turn it off, please? Yeah, thanks. Bear market in U.S. stocks still in its infancy. So we're just beginning. So you get to make money going down. And I know a lot of you guys are yelling at me. You're like, hurry up, I'm doing a video a day. Come on. Give me a break, Brian. I think I've already chugged out around 20 videos. I can chug. Long drops. So take a look. Also, if you are interested to make money by learning how to draw these things, $200 for my bear market course. So looking at trading days till bottom, drop 86%, 678 days. Look at this. We just started 25%. Look at this, 678. Some of you guys are like, no. Well, I had said originally, bear markets could last, it could be quick. Remember that last one? That was like, boop, boop. Also, if you're totally new and you're like, where do I start? Start with a swing trade. But you know what? I'm going to add a little cookie in today's video. If you buy the bear market one, you're going to have a pop-up. I don't want to give it away, but you'll really like it. So do the bear market for 200 and happy birthday. You'll thank me. I just have to hurry up and do it before I launch this. So looking at these days till bottom, 678, that was Great Depression. 267, 761, that was the 40s. 307, 369, 420, that's not on there. I just added that one. 669, that's not there. Average 318. So you have time. Well, unless we do this one, 23. Then we will be 23 days. That is it. I mean, we're currently at 195. And if you're watching this video a week from now, okay, we're above 200. So even though you might, let's just say worst case scenario. Oh, here's worst case scenario. 100% forecast recession. 100% chance that a lot of people are going to lose their jobs because of this whole system. And a lot of you guys actually are like, it's okay, I don't care. I'm just going to trade. You had a little nest egg and you're like, that's crazy that you went from your job was whatever your job was to, hey, I'm just going to trade this thing. I mean, think about it. You can do it in a recession, a depression. I mean, it's always, and some of you guys are like, I make more money now trading than I do. For me, I could not do that. I need to like dance around on YouTube and make a complete clown out of myself. But hey, you do you. If that's what you think you want to be, okay. At least hopefully you know what you're doing now, right? A lot of you've learned and it makes sense. You're like, oh, it's just lines. Economists now expect a recession, job losses by next year. Hey, maybe we've just solved it. Oh, and hold on. We have breaking news. Look at that. It's bank runs. Look at that. Thanks, Bloomberg. Bank runs show risks. Yeah, police announce fraud probe. Great. Let's go get your money out or just go sit in line. Probably not going to get anything out. Because these guys right here, like Jamie, it's not going to happen. And oh my goodness gracious. Look at the big words he's using, like economic disaster. And I say you go ahead and you try your hardest there, Jamie. I don't think the Fed or the Treasury is going to listen to you, but I am. And also, for those of you that ask, like, should I get all my money out of the bank? Okay, let's walk through this. You take your paper. You get paper out of your bank account, all right? Their bank account, their money too. They even put their name on it. It says Federal Reserve note. It's theirs. They even signed it. So if they want to come get it, they will. It's just paper. And very quickly they can go, oh, there's viruses on that. Like, that paper is bad. We're not using, right? When they launch CBDC, and it's going to take a process, okay? It has to be slow. They can't just turn up the heat real fast on the frog. But this stuff, you're not going to be able to use it. That's what they're going to do. And they're going to say, bring it in, bring it in. And then they'll trick the sheeple. They'll be like, okay, so if you bring us this, we'll give you $1 plus a silver coin. Nah, they won't give you that. They'll give you like maybe 20%, $1.25 or $1.10. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, the dream. Mickey, this is great. Guys, while all the sheeple are all running around, this is what you need to be doing. I've been saying this over and over. Bartering will be a good thing too. You get a place, okay? You have a water source, maybe a lake, hey, away from people, 1 hour outside of the city that has fish in it. And then you have a garden. And then you can kind of get, well, you're not off the grid. You're still going to get in trouble. But while Rome is burning, maybe it won't take you out with it. So while Rome is burning, everything's burning, you just like click, click, just sitting there, figure this all out. Congratulations. And I will see you tomorrow.